Hey guys, Civilord here, back in with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Mattel Creations exclusive Masters of the Universe Origins Extendar. This, of course, is brought to us by the fine folks over at Mattel. I mean, I did say it was a Mattel Creations exclusive after all, but you're not paying attention again. What am I going to do with you people? Either way, very stoked to have this guy. I happen to be quite the fan of good old Extendar here, despite the fact that he's not a core member of the Masters of the Universe crew. He's actually a member of She-Ra's crew, along with old Snout Spout, which we might be talking about old Hose Nose in a few days here, so stay tuned for that. Not Origins, by the way. We did that quite some time ago. He released as a deluxe with Leech, if I'm not mistaken. So, with that being said, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, why don't we cut right to the chase and get into the meat and potatoes of this review and take a look, see what all Extendar has to offer in terms of accessories, starting off with his shield, which is a very basic kind of shield. It's got the handle and the clip on it. It is pretty much made to go on his, I want to say right arm. That's where I put it anyways. That said, it can of course open up like the vintage one. Unfortunately, these aren't like actual hinge joints. They're just like friction thingies, and I'm not the biggest fan of those because if you bend them too far, they could snap. So don't do that. That said, you can open this a little more. There we go. Like that. And there you go. There's his shield all extended. I don't know why it opens up like this. I don't know if the vintage one did that or not, but very odd shield there. And this piece just folds right back up, nice and easy. Be careful with this clip. It's pretty thick, durable plastic, and does have some give to it, as you can see there. A little pinch. But don't force it on. Try to be slow and steady with that. Patience is key when you're working with stuff like that. Moving on, though, we do have some extendy bits, much like the MOTU Classics version. All these do is snap on. Can you actually snap them together? Oh, you can. It's not the tightest thing, but you can do that. So you can give him double extensions on the arms or the legs, but you know, you only get one set of the extendy bits. Here's the pair for the legs, which again, I think you can yeah, you can combine those too. That's pretty fun. Too bad I only got one of these. Otherwise, you could have the ultimate tower of power, like some people are fucked in the head and built floor-to-ceiling Stiltman Build-A-Figures from Marvel Legends. That said, other than those few extra things, we also get a mini comic exclusive to this figure, with no cross-sell on the back, because there's no cross-sell to be had with these, just the Masters logo there. Also, I did not notice a pamphlet with this guy, so that's interesting, at least not with mine. Maybe it's missing, but last I checked, I'm not a simpleton and know how to take these things apart. And for those of you wondering, yes, Extendar actually does come apart, just like a standard Origins figure. The arms pop out, the waist even pops out, the head pops off, and the boots pop off. However, his gauntlets also pop off, obviously, for the extendy bits to be attached. That said, taking a closer look at Extendar, basic Origins articulation, other than his extending neck here. Could pop that up so we can get a better look at his head, which this guy in the Classics version are the only times you get to see the full face of Extendar. Unless you, I don't know, broke a vintage one's head off, which, truth be told, I do have a vintage one somewhere. That said, he does have the double ball peg in the neck, as well as, so of course you can tilt, you can shift forward and back, and rotate. That said, push the head back down, which I kind of prefer this, with the visor in the front. That said, mine had a little bit of schmutz on the side of the helmet, but I was able to file that down some. It does have a little bit of scuffage, but nothing that, it's not that big a deal. It's fine. It's fine. They're not all going to be perfect. It said the shoulders go out pretty far, considering he's got these big linebacker shoulders, and again, you can pop the arm out just like a regular Origins figure. That said, the left arm on mine was very difficult to pop out the first time. Kind of like the Turtles of Grayskull Man-at-Arms. His arm seemed like it was locked in there. Unlike that Man-at-Arms, though, I didn't have to heat this one to pop it out. So that's a plus. That said, the arms do have hinges. I'm going to go with the left side because it's looser. The arms do have hinge joints, so you can hinge them forward. They do also rotate. And you can straighten them back out. He's got a gauntlet twist, which is cool. That said, if you want, you could pop off the gauntlet, much like the boots. Put in one of these extendo bits. Then pop his gauntlet on. And there you go. There he is with his Go-Go Gadget Extendo arm. Woo! Take that off. I didn't have to heat anything up on this guy, by the way, but it wouldn't hurt. Just to be safe, you know. But there you go. There he is with his regular arm back. And as far as the waist goes, he does have a waist twist. And again, like the vintage Extendar, you pop this out, whack the backdrop, and actually even pop his waist right apart there. So that was a pleasant surprise. That said, if you want, you can have him as a training robot. Spin around. Woo! What is going on here? So that said, why don't we pop him back together? The waist is a little tricky to pop back together, but it can be done. It does take a second to lock into place, but there you go. Good as new. Has the waist twist regardless if it's extended or not. And one thing to note, this feels like a separate piece, the little button thing on his chest, but it doesn't do anything, so I don't know why that is. As far as his legs go, he can kick out, actually can kick out, almost do a full split. Better range in most Spider-Man figures. You can kick forward, kick back a little bit. You do get some rotation up there due to the sculpt. The knees do hinge, as well as rotate, and of course he does have the standard Origins boot, so you can throw on one of these extendy bits. And then pop the boot back on. Give him Go-Go Gadget extending boots. Woo! That said, I will most likely display my Extendar stock because I'm a fucking simp. Making it back together. He does also have the hinge in the foot with a rocker. Of course, he's got the boost swivel. I didn't really mention that before, but there you go. Oh, and he does have the hinge swivel wrists. You can hinge and rotate. And of course, you can pop the hands out, but I'm not going to do that. But that's it. That's your lot for Extendar. He is cool. I like him. He's got a nice silver finish. I think that's fun. Very, very vibrant colors on this guy. I guess while we're at it here, I'll attempt to put the shield on. It's not the easiest thing to do, but it's not impossible. They did make the clip flexible enough to where it should clip on to the lower section of the wrist. Like this. And there you go. There he is, rocking his shield. His hand doesn't grip onto it the best. You're really just relying on the clip. But that's fine, as long as it doesn't fall off. It's not loose or anything, so yeah, it's good. I like him with the shield. I wish he had a lance or something. Did the classics one come with a lance that extended? I don't remember, but fun figure, man. Probably the better one out of the Mattel Creations exclusive offerings for the Origins line this year, because the first two were, what, Huracan and Cyclone, right? Or as a good friend of mine likes to call him, the ye old twisty fuck. But yeah, I gotta be honest with you. So far, the Origins, the core Origins line this year has been kind of mid at best, but I'm very happy with Extendar here. I'm gonna display him just like this on my shelf because, again, almost simp, but you know, last I checked, it's my party, and I'll cry if I want to. So before we wrap this up, hopefully I kept this short and sweet for you guys and didn't fail miserably in the process. I don't know anymore. Sometimes I think these videos are short, sometimes they're not. But bring in our two regulars, the Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibulus and the infamous 11 Spawn, who of course towers over everyone because he is not a 5.5-inch figure. That said, anyone else feel like Extendar was a really quick turnaround? Or a turnout, whatever you call it? I mean, I ordered him literally a couple of days ago as of the time I'm recording this review, and I already received him. What the hell? And not for nothing, he didn't sell out like instantly. He lasted like 24 hours before he was gone. So I'm not sure what's going on with that, but hopefully that's how things are going to be in the future for this line. Fingers crossed the 2 bad's going to be like that. I heard that's going to be some kind of weird exclusive deal as well, so let's hope that we can get a hold of one of those. But what can I say? I'm going on a tangent here, so with that being said, it is time now that we move right along and wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and if you're a fan of good old Extendar, or trying to complete your Masters of the Universe Origins collection, then this is a definite must-have. However, I wouldn't go out of your way to try and track this guy down, because I think after a while, a lot of these Mattel Creations Origins offerings will go down in price somewhat. Probably not back to retail, but you know what I mean. Because so far, of the 3 quote-unquote core Origins line characters we've received, Cyclone, Huracan, and Extendar here, they're not exactly my mind's eye view of core characters for Masters of the Universe, or desirable characters for Masters of the Universe. They're cool in their own right, especially if you're a fan of the character, but they're not really A to B list characters. Let's not kid ourselves. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.